Hello everyone, welcome to the latest ARCHLine.XP tutorial video. I am Kata and together with Enikő, today we will show you how to edit storage furniture. Hello Enikő!
Hi Kata! Hi everyone! As Kata already mentioned, in today's video we won't focus on creating furniture, although knowing these features can help you with that too. This time we will go through the cabinet settings and show you the different options the software offers.
You can also find the related video in the intermediate training course, where you can create kitchen furniture and countertop with Claudia, just like you will see now.
We will be using this model again today to demonstrate the settings. Let's get started. I will select this element. It has drawers, shelves and an oven built in. Let's open the Properties menu and look at how this cabinet is built. Changes we make here are shown live in the preview model, but they won't be applied to the project until we confirm and exit the settings.
This way, live updating won't slow down our workflow.
The cabinet stays fully visible during editing and isn't covered by other objects.
How can we navigate in this window?
There are several ways. At the top right, you will see a list of all the components that make up the cabinet. Clicking any of them takes you directly to the settings. Another way is graphical. Hold the Alt key and click on the item in the preview model. Or simply click on the tabs one by one to access each part's settings.
What display options do we have?
Right now, I'm using the textured view. But you can also switch to wireframe or X-ray view. You can also choose between exploded and closed view, and set whether the fronts are shown open, closed or hidden. In this tab, you will also find the basic sizing settings, and you can assign a function to the furniture if you want to use the automatic placement tool.
What is on the next tab?
Here we find the general settings for fronts and handles. You can choose an existing front from the library or create a new one. If you have selected a front but want to make changes, click the pencil icon. You will see it's a handle-less front, but that's built-in on the surface. In the handle settings, you will see that the handles are turned off.
So, you can edit all fronts and handles at once here. What about custom fronts? For example, one of the fronts has a different material.
You can assign any object as the default front. It will appear on all doors, drawers and built-in appliances, unless a specific element has a custom front, which you can set later. I will show you where.
The next tab includes default settings for another furniture panels.
These are similar to the settings in the previous tab. On the left side, you can switch between different panel types. You can set each one individually or check a box to apply the side panel settings to all.
After this, you can configure panel connections.
Here you can set default edge joints between side panels, which control how the panels connect. These are default settings and will only apply where no custom joint is set.
Okay, next let's go to drawer, shelves and legs setting.
I will switch to an open view for better visibility. These settings are also similar to these in the previous window. You can choose the drawer element first, then the shelf. In this case, the shelf follows the side panel settings, so we are done here. For the legs, you can check a box to hide them. For example, if the cabinet's bottom panel sits directly on the floor.
The cabinet shape is currently a basic rectangle. Can we change that?
Of course. The default is a basic rectangle, but there are many predefined shapes, or you can define a custom one. In that case, choose an object that forms a single, completely 3D body. You can even create and add your own to the library for future use.
The next tab also has panel settings. What's the difference from the previous tab?
Here you can adjust the settings one by one. If the default box is checked, the previous settings apply. But this interface looks a bit different. If you uncheck the box on the Custom Side Panel tab, you can choose individual panels for each part. Turn on the Hide switch to make a selected panel invisible in the model or views. Use the Keep Original Size option to prevent a panel from adjusting to the cabinet's dimensions. On the Final Panel tab, you can change the shape or front view profile of the selected side panel.
In the preview, the currently edited panel is always outlined in red.
To copy a setting to other panels, use the buttons here. You can also undo changes if needed.
Now we have reached the custom edge settings. There are many edges, so how do we make sure we don't miss any?
If you want to set them one by one, I recommend using the arrows to go through each one. That way you won't skip any.
On the next step, we can add, edit or delete front panel dividers.
Here you can set where dividers go inside the cabinet and what type they are: horizontal, vertical, multi-part or slanted. You can also place shelves with these dividers or choose to only create a logical divider and no shelf.
We used default settings for the doors, so we don't need to change anything here.
This interface is familiar from the custom panel settings, except for the handles.
For drawers, one uses the default front, but the other has a custom front.
As you can see, the object placement window is active here, so we can assign a custom front. On the first tab, we can also change the drawer type. For example, I will split the top drawer into two parts, but keep a shared front. Some drawer rails don't allow full opening. Here we can use a slider to set how far the drawer opens, as a percentage.
Next, let's look at the Accessories tab. What do we need to know here?
Here you can place kitchen appliances in the furniture front. If you download a specific manufacturer's model with the real dimensions, make sure to keep the original size box checked, if the cabinet needs to fit around it. But in our case, this isn't a real-life model, so it's good that it adapts to the divider's size. You can also set the gaps between the object and the cabinet, and even add the front panel to it, which enables extra settings.
Okay, but something is still missing. Let's add a LED lighting.
Click the pencil icon to open the LED dialog, where you can adjust the light's properties. The LED strip can be horizontal, vertical, or any angle. If you choose auto length, it follows the divider's length, or you can set a custom length. I will change the Y and Z values to position the light on the top rear of the shelf and place it with the green check mark. To add more LEDs to the same divider, click the green plus button.
In the next tab, we find the leg settings. Are we using the default again?
Yes, but I want to show you the leg layout options. It's usually best to use the auto profile, which places legs based on the bottom's panel shape. But you can also choose a saved profile from the library. You can adjust the distance from side panels for each leg, either individually or all at once.
How will the final cabinet look in 2D?
You can set the floor plan display here. Choose between a top view, simplified view, or a custom symbol.
If you have put in all this work and might reuse this cabinet later, it's a good idea to save it.
You can save over an existing library item with the Save button, or save it as a new item using Save As.
And that's it for today's tutorial. We hope this video helped you better understand how to edit storage furniture in ARCHLine.XP. If you found it useful, feel free to check out our other videos and subscribe for our YouTube channel for more tips and tutorial videos.
Thanks for watching and see you next time.
See you, bye!
Bye!